And welcome back to the final game of the semi-finals. That's a bit confusing. The final game of the semi-finals of the Vanguard Invitational. I am joined today by my co-commentator Matt,
Very much. It's an honour to be in the semi-final.
as if he's playing there himself. Today we will be seeing Daddy's Clackers and the Wet Bandits battle it out. First team to 5 points in order to get to the final and play against Maximum Impact, the giants of the tournament the whole time. Matt, how do you feel so far about the games? We're currently at 2-2.
Yeah, I think last time we saw Wet Bandits really capitulate towards the end of the half there. The last part we just saw, after taking a 2-point lead, gifted by Daddy's Clackers to them, they have gone and lost their 2-point lead. So a shame to watch, but there's all to play for in this second part here. Both teams have the potential to go on and win this game.
One of the teams really going to have to step it up in order to make it through to the final. We've seen some really inconsistent play from both teams, so perhaps one will shine brighter in this final round, in these final few games that we are going to see of the semi-final.
Yeah, we definitely saw Daddy's Clackers start to grow into the game as we approach the end of the first part. So maybe we'll see a continuation of this going forward, or we could see a change of pace from Hoy and Byron, changing up the game, being more aggressive with their shots and, scoring points and winning the game.
We have seen some really gorgeous shots from both teams, in particular from the Wet Bandits in the last game. So if they can really pull those out of the bag a bit more frequently, make a bit less sloppy shots, it could really be their game today.
So now we're seeing, going into the 5th point of this game, the black ball over to slightly leaning to the left-hand side in the middle of the scoring zone. Daddy's Clackers shooting first down the middle of the table.
Wet Bandits immediately capitalizing on that soft shot taken by Daddy's Clackers, and knocking it completely out of play. A brilliant shot there by the Wet Bandits.
Yeah, fantastic start there for the round, for this point for the Wet Bandits. Really pushing and taking the initiative after losing 2 points, after being 2-0 up. So it is nice to see that the Wet Bandits are on the front, on pushing forward. One
Yeah,
ball in,
a bit of
zero.
a bit of a petty shot there, taken by Daddy's Clackers, trying to knock out that red ball, but not being successful in getting their own in, as the Wet Bandits did. John now hoping to vindicate that. Unfortunately, only able to get in one of the yellow balls for Daddy's Clackers.
Yeah, if I was Wet Bandits here, I definitely would have taken the offensive once again there. That yellow ball is in prime position, or was, I should say, for it to be knocked out of play. Now Daddy's Clackers have rectified their mistake and got their ball into the scoring zone.
Wet Bandits perhaps playing a bit more of a controlled game, this time, making sure to take safe shots and aggressive shots when they believe it is safe to do so. That one yellow ball, perhaps the most exposed of all on the table, the one closest to the black ball. So let's see if John is able to push it more into safety or just get another ball into the scoring area.
Yeah, and just seeing John here trying to see the angles of what he can do with each shot here, maybe bringing his pool experience into play in this semi-final here, trying to find the right angle, the right power to maybe knock one of these red balls out of the scoring zone.
Mm.
The pressure's on John.
Interesting shot there after much deliberation taken by John to just tap in the yellow ball. Perhaps that was his intention, I'm not sure. but still leaving a yellow ball quite exposed.
Yeah, I really think John there was trying to hit that with a lot more aggression to try and bounce it off the back cushion and maybe knock the red ball out of play there. But he didn't hit it quite hard enough. We are seeing here a strong display from Wet Bandits here. 6 points up to 5 here. All the work to do here for the Wet Bandits. They have to score. Sorry, Daddy's Clackers here. All the work to do. If not, this will be a point to the Wet Bandits.
Daddy's Clackers are gonna have to knock out a ball here. Looks like they're aiming for the far right 2 balls. Maybe try to get 2 out. Who knows?
Yeah, once again, a lot of deliberation here for Daddy's Clackers here. We saw this last time with John's previous shot not quite working out as he hoped. He just needs to hit this hard and hope that he knocks at least one of those red balls out whilst securing his one in the scoring zone.
Mm.
And that is a fantastic shot here from Daddy's Clackers here. A lot of work here to do for the Wet Bandits. Not taking their time with this shot, but they have hit the black ball, and that is a point Daddy's Clackers. The comeback is complete. It is 3-2 to Daddy's Clackers.
Hey, I'm Kieran, the creator of Rubbish Snooker, which makes art out of litter on an outdoor pool table. And I'm really proud to sponsor the Vanguard Invitational line ball tournament, and check out rubbishsnooker.com.
All to play for, once again, for Daddy's Clackers. All the work to do for the Wet Bandits.
Yeah. Seems the Wet Bandits perhaps should have taken a bit more time there to think about their shot, like Daddy's Clackers did. A valiant attempt, but unfortunately not quite good enough. Daddy's Clackers in the lead.
Yeah, massive turnaround here. A great start as well for the Wet Bandits in that previous point, but they have thrown it away. We just saw this in the third point where Daddy's Clackers took the point on the final shot, and we've basically seen the same thing again at this point here. Just the penultimate shot here, putting the work onto the Wet Bandits. They didn't quite come out on top. So we see the black ball over to the left-hand side here. Both teams shooting to the right, avoiding the black ball at all costs. You know, this point is very significant in this game now because it could either bridge the gap to 3-3 or put a nice cushion between both teams for Daddy's Clackers. Both shots there over to the right hand side. And we have seen the Wet Bandits pot a ball. The score is now 4-2. Awful point to give away there for the Wet Bandits. Now 4-2 to Daddy's Clackers.
The Wet Bandits perhaps trying to knock out one of Daddy's Clackers balls there, unfortunately not really working in their favour. So match point potentially.
Yeah, match point from now on for Daddy's Clackers. 3 chances to get themselves into the final. Will we see them succeed and be the team to face maximum impact in the final? Let's find out now.
In this final, potentially final point, the black ball is just millimeters away from that right pocket, leaving the whole of the scoring zone open. Unfortunately, neither team so far has been able to keep a ball in there. Hopefully, John for Daddy's Clackers will be able to change that now.
Again, a very firm shot there from John. He's got his angles wrong. Another ball not into the scoring zone. I'm shocked that we are not seeing the Wet Bandits take advantage of that yellow ball right in front to knock that one out of play.
Well, I guess it's, do you take advantage or do you try to get one ball in, you know?
I think it was very central. I think they definitely had an opportunity there to take advantage of that exposed ball right in the line of fire. but they chose to ignore it. And once again, we are seeing them choose to ignore the yellow ball once again. Getting their red ball over to the left-hand side, over to the cushion. Quite safe over there. 2 points to 1 in favour of Wet Bandits so far.
I'm not sure. I agree with their current strategy that the Wet Bandits are going with. Knocking out that yellow ball could also mean losing one of their own balls and making it really exposed in a similar position to where that yellow ball is. Best case right now, they're still a point up currently in this round, so no need. Honestly, no need.
We will see if it will pay off for the Wet Bandits here. Not taking advantage of that is a fantastic shot there from Daddy's Clackers to get 2 of their balls in and the other one very close to the scoring zone. Another great shot there from the Wet Bandits. Not quite getting both balls into the zone, but again, another ball over to that left-hand side.
Yeah, we are kind of seeing both teams try to do similar things right now, trying to knock 2 balls in at once. So far, Daddy's Clackers have shown a bit more resilience and ability to do that. Byron, of course, ruining everything I'm saying immediately, and knocking a ball in. We're seeing 2 balls there, both very exposed, very up for the taking to be knocked out of the scoring zone.
Yeah, I think Daddy's Clackers, I don't think they're going to, but I think they should maybe take advantage of that red ball, which is very exposed. They are 2 points up in the game itself, 2 games up, so maybe they have room to take a risk, but I think they're just going to opt to knock their yellow ball in and hopefully get both balls into the scoring zone.
Honestly, I think they're going to be able to do it. We have John here taking the shot.
We have seen John be quite inconsistent with some of his shots, taking his time to angle them, and will we see success there? Not quite what he was hoping for, I don't think, trying to knock both balls in, but he has potted one of his balls into the scoring zone. It is now 5-5, 5 balls in each.
See if the Wet Bandits will look to knock out a yellow ball, and they have done successfully. A really brilliant, gorgeous shot there. Unfortunately, not too far out in order for Daddy's Clackers to not be able to knock it in. But it has put them in a bit of a tough position to claw their way back up to the 6 points that the Wet Bandits currently have.
Yeah, Daddy's Clackers either need to knock a ball in and knock one of those out, or knock 2 in and knock 1 out to even have a chance of winning this game without a tie break. A lot of work for them to do here. They have been successful in knocking 2 balls in, but it just means the Wet Bandits have to just knock their ball into the zone to take the score to 4-3. Nice and simple shot here for the Wet Bandits. Hopefully nothing too aggressive, and that is point Wet Bandits 4-3 the score.
Hey, my name's Kieran Paul and I am the creator of Rubbish Snooker, which is the proud sponsor of the Vanguard Invitational Line Ball Tournament, of which the winners win a piece of Rubbish Snooker art.
Are we going to see another comeback in this game?
Tensions are rising. The game is getting more and more slowing down, more and more players taking a bit more time to take their shots. Tensions high in the room, sweat abound.
Yeah, second match point here for Daddy's Clackers here. The black ball over to the right hand side of the table, middle of the scoring zone. That yellow ball very, very central, not near the cushion. Will we see the Wet Bandits take advantage of this? Very risky in the way they've hit that shot, but it is in a very difficult position now for Daddy's Clackers to get that in.
Yeah. A really soft shot there taken by John. We have seen that his first shots do tend to be quite soft. Not sure why that is, but the other team's really able to take advantage of that. Again, Daddy's Clackers trying to take a bit of a petty shot there to do the same and failing, unfortunately, not getting any of their balls into the scoring zone and not able to knock out one of the Wet Bandits. Matt, what are your thoughts so far?
Yeah, I feel Wet Bandits could really take the offensive in this game here. A lot of that ball there between the red and the black out of the scoring zone is very, very exposed. So maybe they could try and knock that one out of play, like Daddy's Clackers is going to do here for this red ball over the left-hand side here. We're going to see a very aggressive shot, hopefully here from John to knock this out of play. Instead, he has done them a favour and he has knocked both those red balls into a slightly better position, much more safe, with their yellow ball in front of a red ball, making it very difficult to knock that one in.
Yeah, that red ball on the right is really protected by that yellow ball as well as the black ball from the angle that they would have to shoot at. Daddy's Clackers taking it anyway and losing the point. We are now at our final match point. Daddy's Clackers have hit that black ball. And you know what? I am tense.
Yeah, very, very silly shot there from Daddy's Clackers. Unnecessary risk there. Poor angle there from Anki to try and shoot that ball towards it. We are now seeing a very soft shot once again from John. Very central there. Wet Bandits not taking advantage of it, as we are seeing with their next shot here. The Wet Bandits, Daddy's Clackers, taking 4 points in a row, have now given away 2 points. And now it is 4-4, the final point of the semi-finals. It is tense.
Yeah. Soft shot. Soft boy John taking his soft shot. Anki Dam's trying to rectify that slightly by knocking it further in. Unfortunately, Wet Bandit's still able to take advantage of the exposed balls, knocking out one of Daddy's Clackers balls, as well as safely cushioning both of their red balls against the back cushion.
Yeah, we have seen Wet Bandits play with a lot of confidence in this game so far. Getting 2 points in a comeback here, the momentum is certainly with them going forward into this final point. We're seeing some fantastic shots, and once again, another great shot there from the Wet Bandits here. Daddy's Clackers have capitulated here, but that is a great shot as well. Very, very close game for the final point of the semi-final.
Wet Bandits trying to knock out one of Daddy's Clackers balls. Unfortunately, not the best angle to do so, and have not been able to do that, leaving one of their balls very, very exposed on that right side.
Yeah, we are seeing a very rushed game in the last point here. Shots taken very, very quickly without much thought, I think, behind them. Playing a very dangerous game here. I think the Wet Bandits have a huge opportunity here to maybe knock one of these yellow balls out, and they have hit it very, very softly here. That's a massive, massive mistake, which could cost them in this game.
Yeah, that could be the shot that costs them the whole tournament, really.
Oh, very, very close there on the right-hand side. It is 6-6. All balls are in the scoring zone. Could we see this game go to a tiebreak on the final point of the semi-final?
Yeah, a really risky shot there, but it had really paid off. Both of those balls. Oh my goodness.
What a mistake.
Soft boy John has hit the softest shot one has ever seen. Really, really could have been possibly the worst shot at the worst time.
Daddy's Clackers have thrown this game away with their final shot of the tournament. It's just Wet Bandits to knock their ball into the scoring zone, which they have done, and the Wet Bandits from 4-2 down have won the game 5-4.
What an intense game that was. That was I'm lost for words.
What a fantastic end to the semi-final. We will see the Wet Bandits, who have previously beaten Maximum Impact in the group stage, face off once again in the final of the Vanguard Invitational.
I think we really saw which team was able to deal with the pressure of the Invitational. You can tell that the Wet Bandits were playing perhaps a more consistent game. Daddy's Clackers really letting the tension get to them near the end. A valiant attempt from both Anki and John to stay in the tournament, but unfortunately not enough against the Wet Bandits. Matt.
Congratulations to Daddy's Clackers at the end there. Their final shot, aren't being so consistent on their final shots, picking up points, has let them down at the very end, and it is a shame to see them leave the tournament so soon in the semi-finals. One of the favourites in this tournament are now out, and now we see Wet Bandits face Maximum Impact. I am excited for this final.
Yeah, after that brilliant performance that we've seen by Wet Bandits, it really could go either way. The only team to beat Maximum Impact is the Wet Bandits, so let's see if they can maintain that, or if Maximum Impact will be back for revenge in the next game. Please join us every Tuesday and Thursday for the final of the Vanguard Invitational at 6 p.m. I would also like to thank Rubbish Snooker for sponsoring this tournament, as well as Cousins Pool and Snooker Bar for letting us host the tournament at their fine establishment. Matt, your final thoughts?
All I can say is bring on the final.
Thank you very much for joining us today. Please do comment, like, and subscribe. I have been Simran.
I've been Matt.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Hi everybody, my name is Max Barrett and I'm the creator of Lion Ball Pool. I just wanted to hop in at the end of the video to say thank you so much for tuning in to the episodes of the tournament. We really appreciate you watching and supporting, so make sure if you enjoy these episodes, subscribe to the channel. At the moment we are uploading every Tuesday and Thursday at 6 p.m. UK time, so your subscription, it goes a long way. And the other thing I'd like to ask you to do is play Lion Ball. Go and play it in your local pool bar, snooker lounge, wherever you have access to, because we've had a lot of the players who are playing in this tournament be approached by other people in the pool bar, asking them what they're playing, having some rounds of Lion Ball, teaching each other the rules and trying out new tactics. So by playing Lion Ball and just going out there and enjoying it, you are helping to spread the brilliant work we're doing here on the channel and introducing a brand new game and bringing people together. So that means everything. And the other thing I'd love to do, and this is a bit of a reach, I would love to play Lion Ball Pool against Keanu Reeves. Now, can we make it happen? He is one of my favourite actors of all time. He is an inspiration, and if I could play against him in a game of Lion Ball, then I've won. So let's see if we can do it. Subscribe, comment, like, and let's see. I'll see you in the next video.